What was your favorite event?
I loved IM. I'd say when I was really young, I liked distance freestyle. But when I was 14, man, I would get so excited before I swam the 400 IM, like I wouldn't be able to sleep the night before, because it was just a question of like I had a ton of faith in my training and how, fit I was and how ready to race I was. Like it was just this overwhelming excitement of like, okay, how fast can I go in this? That was always the thought.
Take me to your first national experience. When is the first time, whether it's junior nats or let's get outside the state of Michigan, where your eyes are broadened to more than what's here?
Yeah, absolutely. So it would have been the junior nationals when I was 14. And of course, like you're always watching the national rankings, so you know who's going to be there. And there's one other 14-year-old there named Curtis Ogren, out of California. Real good swimmer. I believe he went on to swim for
I'm at Stanford, right?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So growing up, there was Curtis Ogren, who was kind of my competition in IM, and then Nick Silverthorne, who was IM and freestyle, all like great athletes, even better guys. That was really cool. But yeah, I remember I came in seated faster than him. And, he was used to the California conditions and everything. So he swam the 200 breaststroke before me and just blew the doors off of it. Great swim, dropped 3 seconds, and I got in and like had a mediocre swim, ended up around the same time. And it was just like one of those things where it was like, I always knew there was more out there because I was never really, it was sort of taught, indoctrinated into me that like, hey, like you're the best in Michigan, but like that's where you should be. So, for better or for worse, my eyes were kind of always on the national stage there. There wasn't, not that there wasn't competition in Michigan. There were some just drop dead athletes in Michigan around the time that I was a club swimmer. The guys a year ahead of me, the David Boland, Josh Ehrmans, like just lights out guys. But it was kind of like when you win state meet at the top of your age group and your coach is like, all right, that's where you should be. Let's focus on competing on the national stage,
I've got Josh at 11 today.
Nice.
Not on my list, at 11 a.m. today. One of the things that, I really flushed out with some guys at the turn of the 2000s was just how significant for them national team camps were and things like that. Were you given access to some of that stuff? And did you go to Colorado Springs and do some of those things? And I see you did. So tell me about when did you go for the first time and what kind of impact did those camps have for you?
Yeah, so I did 3 camps. I did zone camp, and then I did the national camp at Colorado Springs. Then I actually did the national open water camp in Florida, which was a ton of fun. They took the top 8 finishers in the open water mile, and they took the top 8 finishers from open water nationals and stuck us all together. That one was probably the most fun, but like one of the most eye-opening was national camp, because it's all kids like me who are at the top of our state. I was there with Katie Ledecky before she had her Olympic trial cut, which is just hilarious to me.